All right, guys, Kylie with Peony and Pine Collective, bringing you the down low of how I feel about being back on Vinted. And apparently, I just gave you an entire earthquake on this desk. Sorry about that. So, as you know, I was banned from Vinted for about a total of over a month. And how it happened, Vinted's Vinted. It is a weird platform that auto bans, auto alert, whatever it wants to do when it wants to do it. It's a mind of its own. Here is my take on Vinted, okay? So again, I was banned for over a month for posting a coffee mug that had the bottom of the coffee mug that I purchased from Burlington Coat Factory, bottom of the coffee mug with all the information on it. The manufacturer, the detail, all the deets. It was a character mug, but I had been selling character things, so I never thought twice about it. Immediately, I was banned after posting fraudulent items, and then went through the appeal process, all of that. They said, eat dirt and get out of here. So after about a month, because I was still having orders being delivered, after it was about 2 to 3 weeks, I'm just going to go with a month. I sent them an email and said, hey, I still cannot get my balance. My balance was frozen with them. Can you believe that? My balance was frozen with Vinted because my account was suspended for fraud. So after I sent this big long email, blah, 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 that said, hey, what is going on? Never understood why I was banned in the first place. They came back and said, you're fine. It was our mistake. Here's your account back. So starting on this past Friday is when I really started adding items back into Vinted. So Friday, let's see what my total was. Friday was $75 sold on Vinted, and then Saturday and Sunday, primarily on Sunday, but between Saturday and Sunday was $267.30 with 25 orders through Vinted. Okay. This is why I was like so upset about losing it, because if you are new to Vinted and you haven't utilized it before, it is fast. It is fast. So one quick breakdown in one little moment of kind of how my Sunday went is I have glass water bottles. They are Binks glass water bottles. Let me see if I can grab one. All right, I grabbed them and I'm hoping I'm not as shaky anymore. Binks. These are $38 retail at the Target. I had about a pallet full of these. So my OGs who are watching this, you guys know about the glass Binks water bottles. We've sold them on Whatnot literally for over a year. Literally over a year. I had flash sales on them. I had auctions on them. When we were cleaning out the warehouse, I was selling them for $1. I did not care. We literally had pallets of these. I want to say one full-size pallet. We had different colors, but now I'm just down to the pink and green. But anyway, last time I did my Whatnot show, I think I had them flash sale for $5. No sales. I have not sold these in forever on Whatnot because, again, when you have a pallet of them, you can only sell so many of them. So anyway, I'm like, you know what? I'm going to try posting them to Vinted. Let's see what happens. So I posted them in sets of 2 for $15. That is a crazy good deal considering this is $80 retail. They're 27 ounces, blah, 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 whatever. So I'm like, let's just see what happens. Immediately sold. All right, well, let me do another combo. Immediately sold. In less than 20 minutes, and 20 minutes was from me taking pictures, me posting, and me getting orders. So 20 minutes total, it was over $100 I sold of these. And again, Vinted doesn't have seller fees, so it's $100 made. And my liquidation life, I've already kind of like just checked that off in my mind. So pure profit. So those are literally how I made $100. It was over $100, $115 in less than 20 minutes. And again, I just kept posting them. Once they sold, I did another set. Now, I stopped last night after my last, set of 4 that I posted, 4 different sets on there, because I'm like, you know what? I don't want Vinted banning me because I'm posting multiples, of brand new would take water bottles. Vinted is weird. It is very odd. So right now I have zero trust in the platform protecting me as the seller, but I still, how can you beat that? You can't. You gotta move it. So here's my tidbit here. I'm going on a soapbox, and y'all can love me or hate me for it, and I will take whatever you want to say. I am here to listen to it. I am a 4-year veteran, that's what we'll call it, high volume liquidated live seller on Whatnot. I have turned this part of the year, 2026. I started in the thrifting life as I was shutting down our warehouses. So I'm still not in my full 6 months of the thrifting life yet, because I'm using April as kind of my like full focus starting time. But where I'm going with this is truly a platform like Vinted reminds me a lot of Whatnot. The impulsivity of purchasing on Vinted is insane. It is unlike any other platform I've seen. eBay, Depop, Poshmark, Mercari, your Whatnot Ben. It almost has that addictive feel to it like a Whatnot does. You post, it sells. You post, it sells. I mean, sales happen really quick. I had 25 orders yesterday between Saturday and Sunday. Majority of them came on Sunday when I was actively posting. I did not post on Saturday because we had a little family event on Saturday. So I didn't post on Saturday. I posted on Sunday. And then $267.30, 25 orders went out. Now, when you look at, kind of Vinted as a whole, a lot of people are like, well, you have to sell everything so cheap. Everybody wants a better deal. Da, da, da. Yeah, welcome to every platform. Welcome to every platform. So my strategy to that, again, is number one, when I first started Vinted, it was a way for me to move some of my dead inventory, and that was a lot of my liquidation. It was stuff that, why the heck did I buy this when I was starting the sourcing world? Because, fun fact, for me, in my opinion, in my experience anyway, your Maurice's, your Old Navy, your standard Target stuff has zero value on Poshmark, eBay, Depop, Mercari. That's my opinion. You may feel differently, but that is my personal opinion. However, on Vinted, it sells pretty well. So there we go. That's where I moved a lot of that stuff to. So yes, is it cheap on Vinted? It can be. I've tested some of the waters with adding a little bit more of my premium stock items. I haven't sold any of those yet, but again, I'm asking for what I would make on a standard platform on Vinted. The water bottles, did I think I was really going to get $15 for these? No. And I didn't get any offers on any of them. They were straight buy at $15. I couldn't sell them on Whatnot for $5. So what? There's my brain mind issue there. My items have value, right? But again, because I still have so many of these left, I'm actually dwindling down now with Vinted's push this weekend. So I'll be posting my last few sets. But again, $40 a piece water bottles, $80 value for $15. It's still a great deal. So again, 25 orders, $267.30 on Vinted this weekend. I did have other orders as well for, some clothing items, some health and beauty goodies, some toys went as well on there. My take on Vinted is I love it. I absolutely love it. And this is why, because if I am selling an item on Whatnot, live auction, and my starting bid is $5, okay? What does that mean? Most of the time, it either won't sell, it might sell at $5, or you really hit the gold pot of having it sell higher than $5, right? It's kind of the way it works. However, when you're live on Whatnot, you're live. You can do nothing else, right? You are dedicated to that show. You are dedicated. That, I guess, only way I can say it. You're dedicated to your time slot. So whether that is, you do a 2-hour show, a 6-hour show, a 30-minute show, you've got that dedicated time. If I'm getting more, or no, it's not even an or. If I'm getting more, or I guess, at the same amount that I would on Whatnot without fees on Vinted, why wouldn't I explore that avenue, right? So if you're like, well, Kylie, you're posting it for $5, who cares? Because I care, because if I sold it on Whatnot for $5 at my opening bid, still commissions come out of that. My time packing, my show time, all of those things add into your cost of goods and your profit. So many of my friends who are just joining the Whatnot platform and just talking about, the growth and all of those type of things, you have to take into consideration your sourcing time, your show prep time, your show time, and your packing into that revenue. So many people I see post up $1,500 show, $1,000 show. Number one, you're seeing their gross sales, not what they're cashing out 90% of the time. Some of my content creators do show that, which I love. Your cash out of that after your fees. We have always utilized 20% is your cash out. Some people use 16%, some people use 18%. 20% has always been the easiest way for us just to do the numbers. So again, if I can make a pure $5 on Vinted and I can post whenever I want to, I can sit and take 100 pictures and post 100 items within a couple days span, or if I want to do it while my husband falls asleep on the couch watching a TV show, or my kiddo wants to play video games, or we're sitting at, baseball camp or football camp, I can do that. I can still have that flexibility of life of being putting the grit and the grind in. I can still do that without having to dedicate time to being live. So that's my take on it. And until you've lived the life long enough, you might not understand my take on the live part. I love being live. I love being with my community and Whatnot. Yes, I do too. But when you realize sometimes life doesn't always work out in that way where you're able to do that, but yet you still have another avenue or another lane to move through, quit shaming yourselves. Girls, I'm telling you right now there's so much stuff around Whatnot that I bite my tongue most of the time, and kind of just let everybody find their way in their path, because my experience is not your experience and your experience is not the other person's. So a lot of times, I get, why aren't you on Whatnot anymore? When's your next show? When's this? Because I don't have time. And it's not the life I want to drill into myself again. From the standpoint of where I was 6 months ago, okay? After 4 years of doing high volume liquidation sales on Whatnot 7 days a week, if not 7, a minimum of 6, 4 to 6 hour shows a day, and that was just me personally, my nervous system is completely wrecked, and I am still healing that. Put it into perspective. And this is going into a whole Kylie's just here chatting today. I went to the ER last year because I thought I was having a heart attack. I'm not kidding. I am almost 40 years old and I thought I was having a heart attack. Between the exhaustion, heart palpitations, pain in my chest, my shoulder, and my jaw area, I was for sure it was my time. It was my time to go. I said, Jesus, if this is it, just let me get dressed first. I went to the ER, had all the testing done and all of that. And you know what was wrong with me? My vagus nerve. What causes your vagus nerve to get all screwed up? Stress, anxiety, all of that. So when I talk about mental health and physical health, when you are pushing yourself into ways and into different avenues in your business, you have got to take care of you first. And taking care of me first is not being live to earn $3. It's me being able to post it and earn the full $3 or $5 or whatever I want to put it for on Vinted. That is my healing. That is my path forward. So yes, do I love my Whatnot community? You guys absolutely are the best part of what we do. I just can't commit the health of me and my life and my structure and the rebuild of this business into that arena. So My total sales between Vinted, Poshmark, Depop, I had one Whatnot bin order, and eBay this weekend were $461.78 with a pure profit of $376.69 with a total of 32 orders heading out the door. Now, when you look at that overall, my average sale price was right around $11, $12 an item. But again, that is because Vinted was in there as well, which is my lower cost of I don't care, it just needs to go items. Poshmark was 3 orders for a total sales of $67. Depop was $25 with 1 order. Whatnot bin was $38 sale there, and then eBay was a total of $63.98. You have to have avenues, and whether you want to find the slower path, I'm telling you, Vinted is not slow. Vinted is not slow. So whether you want to go Vinted, you want to go Whatnot, you want to, whatever you want to do to peanut butter some revenue and some sales to come in, you got to do what works for you. You have got to do what works for you. I hear it all the time, and I love, here's another soapbox. I love Gary Vee. If I could listen to him as a motivational speaker, I loved him when I was in HR. He's a no BS kind of guy, and he's just like, get your head out of your butt and do what you got to do. He posted the other day something about live selling. He knows that Whatnot is going to blow up. It's not even that big here in the States as it is over in China. It is insane. It is insane. However, live selling is huge. I absolutely do not disagree with that. Live selling is absolutely huge. However, it does not mean that means to fit into your business model. I will talk you in and I will talk you out both ways. I will answer questions. I will grieve the bad shows with you. I will celebrate the good shows with you. That is really who I am and how I am. I will support whatever path you want to be on. But don't be so hard on yourselves, my friends, if it is not fitting in your life, in your business model, in any of it. I just want that message to be as clear and loud as possible, because what you're seeing on social media is not always the true path of Whatnot. And why I say that is I am watching several of my lifelong liquidation friends leaving Whatnot and even going to TikTok to live sell. Whatnot is great. Whatnot has its space. But if it's not for you, it's not for you. And even if it's not for you right now when you want to try it later, then that's okay. Stop stressing out about it and do your journey how you want to do it. Vinted is part of my journey again, and I'm so excited. Vinted is definitely a huge part of my journey. And what happened yesterday is exactly why. Over $100 in less than 20 minutes from picturing, posting, and all of that. You can't beat it. You can't. So that's my take on that. When sales are slow in one area, what are you doing to maybe up a sale in another area? Are you running promotions? Are you running discounts? Are you sending deeper offers? That's another thing that I'm going to try for the next 30 days. I'm just trying it. Everything I do in my business is 30 days. I give it at least a run to try to see if it's going to get some grit, if it's going to get any movement. My rule of thumb is a minimum of 30 days to at least test it out. If I start seeing some improvement, or I start seeing some improvement in it, then I'll try it for another 30 days. So one of the items that I'm trying for 30 days, and I started it yesterday on Sunday, is I'm trying the waterfall offer on Nifty. So I use Nifty as my cross-listing tool. I can cross-list at Depop, Poshmark, eBay, and Mercari, and also now the Whatnot bin. I love it. I absolutely love it. I would not be able to do a resale life without Nifty. I am telling you right now, it pays for itself in like 1 or 2 sales, if that. So if you're not utilizing Nifty, I'm going to put my promo code and my link in the comments. If you sign up with me, you also get me. So that means that I will help you set it up. I will help you with any questions that you run into. I've had to learn along the way and might as well help you if you need it. So all of that will be here. If you want to, it's going to be available to you. But the waterfall offers with Nifty, I'm going to give it a try. I can only do the waterfall on Poshmark and Depop, I think. I think that's how I have it set up. I don't have my computer up and running right now, but I'm going to give it a try. And what that means is within 0 to 5 minutes of an item being liked, that liker gets right now a 10% offer. Within 2 days, or at day 2, I should say, from them originally liking it, they get another 10% offer. And within 7 days, if it's still available, they get another. Why am I trying it? Because I want to move my inventory, right? We aren't storage units. We are here to make money. Is that going to help? I can't tell you. I don't know. Maybe. It's worth a try. Isn't that what we do? That's what we do. It is always worth a try. Whether it's the items we're picking up, the strategies we're utilizing, it is always worth a try. If we don't try, we won't know if it works or fails, right? Sort of like Whatnot. I gave Whatnot the poo-poo for the longest time. When this first came out and started kind of hitting our area, or the liquidation world really heavy, I was like, I am not doing that. Are you crazy? I was already running a brick and mortar store. I also did a live sale on my Facebook page every Wednesday, and then I was going to add this, and I jumped in head first when I finally gave it, yeah, we might as well do it. We might as well try it. We got to do something. Jumped right in. Loved it. It was immediate revenue. It was, sales were happening, whatever. And I went full bore into it. Well, guess what? There's always a downside of a hill. There's always a downside of a hill. Now, if you follow me on Whatnot, my Whatnot is Peony and Pine Collective, but I had 3 channels. One was a premier shop, and then I had my 2 baby shops. When I left at the end of 2025, I kept one of my baby channels, and that's my channel. Mine. It's being, again, part of the whole reinvention of life. It's my whole thrifting life, everything there. So Peony and Pine Collective on Whatnot is what I am. But, and again, at the end of 2025, we had 2 warehouses, one on this side of the state, one on the east side of the state. We were huge. We had employees. We had all these things, okay? I didn't walk away feeling like a failure. I will tell you that. I walked away saying it's time for something different. And that is okay too. That's okay too. You can rebuild your business however you want to. But, I started this out was really to talk about my weekend sales. And this is how I go, because I want to be an open book for you guys and as transparent as possible, and give you a space for you to ask questions, for you to feel validation, like you got a space that you can either whine and cry like I'm doing right now, or you can, cheer and jubilee of all the goodness. But, I want to also kind of tell you my credentials as well, especially when I talk about Whatnot. And I don't talk about it very often, because everybody has a different way of thinking and way of doing it. But maybe I should. I don't know. Maybe I should. If you've got questions about Whatnot, I'm here to help you. I've been there, done it, know the ins and outs of it all. And now this new shipping thing that's starting on the 1st. Now, I never really did a ton with the flat rate shipping. I never did a ton of that. It was always by weight. Once in a while, we would do a flat rate show if it was like fill a box of HBA or health and beauty items, or I was like bundling stuff to get it out of there. But other than that, I didn't run my standard shows that way. So I'm not, this is just kind of how I feel about the whole Ground Advantage thing coming the 1st of August. Okay. All right. Moving on. So I don't know. I just feel like I haven't done a YouTube in a little bit. So I figured I would get on here, and just kind of shoot the sunshine with you today. How's that? So, questions, comments, concerns? There's my HR in me. Lay it on me, you guys. Give me your feedback. Have you used Vinted? Do you love Vinted? Do you hate Vinted? I'm in love. I'm in a love-hate relationship with Vinted. I am. Because I think that there is 0 seller protection. I think there is 0 seller support. I think there is 0 seller communication support. So there's my love-hate with it. But that's my hate. My love of it is how fast stuff sells. And at the end of the day, as long as they don't ban me again for nothing, or I run into the next problem with Vinted, because it's bound to happen, That's my love for it. I want the stuff gone. I have an entire room, which I would show you, but I'm very embarrassed. I'm not that transparent yet. I'm very embarrassed. No, it's okay. It's my whole room is here, maybe I can show you a sneak peek without you having to go in. Don't mind my disaster. Look at that. So all of those black bins there is part of my liquidation life, and it lines the whole side of the room. I want all of those gone because that was my showroom, which now is becoming more focused on my photography room. I don't know why my face did a thing. And I need to get a flat lay table and get a light box set up in there and just a little bit more efficient for me. So my goal is to get all of that sold on Vinted if I have to. I don't care. I don't care. All my liquidation stuff has got to go. Now, I did get to, girls, I haven't even gotten to talk to you about this. So when we were in liquidation, it popped off. We came in kind of towards the cusp of it, like really trying to blow up everywhere. So it was like a liquidation store on every corner. We were like the new, like not even, I don't even want to say Starbucks, but you know what I mean? Like you had a liquidation store within 20 miles, you know, one on every corner. So we came in a little too late. Lesson learned. And then store shopping in a brick and mortar, foot traffic, just wasn't a thing. It wasn't a thing. And we were on a busy road in a good part of town, all the greatness. But anyway, lesson learned, that life is gone. But I was going somewhere with this. Liquidation. Oh, so what also was starting to happen is so many boutiques started opening up online. You've seen Pink Thistle. You've seen, who's the other one? She's on the tip of my Thrifty Chick. She's been doing it for years. So a lot of these things were starting to happen on Facebook. So as these, and they're still around. I mean, there's still boutiques online. In very, very many moons ago, I tried starting one called Firely Boutique. That was too much for me. I was recently, just moved into a new house, going through my divorce. It was terrible. So anyway, that was many, many moons ago. However, the most amazing lady and group reached out to me last week and was like, hey, if you're interested in consigning, feel free to let me know. We would love to partner with you. And I was like, first I was like, I don't know. Because on Facebook Marketplace, we've had our liquidation, like all of our case pack stuff posted, because I just want it gone. I want the storage unit gone. I want all my liquidation out of my life. I want it gone. So I was like, yeah, we can talk about it, blah, blah, blah. So we ended up engaging, and it was absolutely fantastic. We packed the trailer up and we brought it to her last week. And I am telling you what a great group of people running this consignment online boutique. It was so much fun. So much fun to meet them, so much fun to watch them live. So not only is the liquidation part of it, but of course, once, I'm giving her time to weed through that lot there. But once that happens, my thrifting life can also work through that. So it's never give up or not try an avenue. You just have to work through each one of them. In reselling, whether you're liquidation, whether you're thrifting, whether you're doing static selling, whether you're doing live selling, it doesn't matter. It is continuous pivoting. Liquidation, couldn't get the truckload in. Truckload was late. Truckload didn't get shipped for 2 weeks when it was supposed to ship within 3 days. I mean, you constantly have to ebb and flow with the life. Nope, now pallet prices are up. Oh, now truckloads are up. Oh, now shipping's up. Oh, now I can't find inventory. It's constant. It's the same thing in the thrifting world. Oh, well, what platform's performing better? Oh, well, I didn't get to the bins this week, or I didn't get to the garage sales, or I didn't get new inventory, or what inventory is hot and selling right now? What style words are we using this week? Oh, my Lord. It's crazy. My favorite one still is Goblin Core. I won't give that one up. That one's ridiculous. I love it. but it's always learning and it's always pivoting. So there is no, you can put whatever structure and streamline and efficiencies you want in place. Yes, you need those too, between storing your inventory, between, you know, your shipping, all of those type of things, your photographing. Yes, your systems work there, but that doesn't mean that you're a well-oiled machine. I am telling you what, I don't know. Some days I'm like, some days my husband's like, well, you packed up that lot really quick, and I'm like, yeah, because I had it organized correctly. Well, you took forever to pack that one order. Yeah, that's because I didn't put what bin it was in, and I had to go through all 300 bins to find this stupid thing. Some days are like that, and that's okay. All right. I don't know. I don't know if I solved anything in this other than just being able to come hang out with you guys for a little bit and talk about my take on Vinted, being back there, and how, you know, I always leaned on Whatnot. Whatnot was always my comfort platform because I know it. I have an amazing group of friends and shoppers that come in and either say hi or find something they can't live without. But I always leaned on that as my crutch for generating some sort of avenue. The only downside to platforms in general is waiting to get paid. That's it. The only plus side to Whatnot is that you get paid right after you generate a label. So, you know, you kind of give and take a little bit. But I don't know. I really like Vinted. I really like how fast it is. And do I post? Now, Nifty that I use does not cross-list to Vinted. But, so I am separating inventory. What I'm posting to my other platforms necessarily isn't going to Vinted right now. So Vinted is my clear out right now. But I've added a couple test items in there to see, you know, see how it goes. Why not try? You got to try something. We're in the business to make money, girls. Don't act like you ain't. We got to figure it out. And my big thing is I want to be here for the community. Okay? I want to be here for the thrifting community. I do not want to be here to be a show clown on a live sale 7 days a week. I don't want to do that anymore. I want to be here. I want to create content that's helpful. I want to create content that just is a space to listen to while you're either digging through a bin or you're shipping. Like, that's what I want to do. I don't want to be peddling my clothing on a live sale anymore. So I don't know. Maybe Vinted will help me do that. I don't know. Anyway, like, comment, subscribe, come hang out, come tell me all the things. Tell me what you love, hate about what you do every day. But as always, I appreciate you more than you know. Thanks for coming to hang out with me. Thanks for letting me just blab for a little bit. Hopefully you were able to have a cup of coffee or two in the meantime. But until the next one, my friends, I'll see you then.